So we're gonna make the Nezuko muzzle together. I am finally doing this. This hopefully turns out how I'm picturing it in my mind, because I think this will make the process really easy. So if you do wind up making one, please tag me. I would love to see if you were able to make it, because I feel like this is gonna make the process easy. But anyway, so you'll need toilet paper or a paper towel roll. I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the toilet paper, and I'm just gonna cut it in half here. Then I'm just gonna collapse it in on itself like this. I think that's a pretty good size. Okay, so holding it, I'm gonna mark it with a Sharpie, like so. And then if you don't think you'll cut a straight line, you can use a ruler, but I feel like I can cut a straight line because my scissors are pretty big. So let's go ahead and do that. Bloop. Done. Okay. This is my brain. Okay. Yep. I think this is it. This is it. And just in case anybody wants to know, because you technically could, like, you could just trace this on a piece of paper or write on the foam with the measurements, but the reasoning behind this that I think works is that you can kind of see like how, you know, big you want it in accordance to your face. I'm just gonna flatten this out, and it looks like it's 4.5 inches on the length side, and then on the width side it's 4 inches, in case you just want to trace it out on my exact size. Yeah, I did not cut it evenly here, so I'll just use those. I was not expecting it to be that nice. I just want to give a quick reminder, because the glue that I am using is super toxic. You definitely want to work in a well ventilated area. You definitely want to wear eye protection. I really like this one that I got on Amazon, because I can wear my glasses with it, and yeah, it fits and it suctions around your eyes very nicely. And I'm not going to be using the glue for very long, so I'm just going to wear the N95. To be honest with you, I always use a better mask, but again, I'm using it for a short term time. Do better than me, but wear protection. So we're outside. And first we're gonna heat these up with a heat gun and kind of bend them. Okay, I got one. Okay, so I'm going in with barge. I recommend you use gloves with this if you have not used it before, because you don't want to get this on your phalanges. Hopefully that showed. I'm using barge. And I'm just going to put the first coat on here. I'm using one of those useless plastic brushes that, honestly, I don't know. I do really like these to use with barge. Are they the best thing? I do not know, but I do keep going back to them because they're so cheap, and they're small enough that they can get in tiny places like this. But if anybody knows something better to use, let me know. You could just use another piece of scrap foam. I'm pretty sure that's what Evil Ted uses from time to time. Now that these have dried over, this thin one is just way too flimsy. So I'm really happy that I went ahead and did it on the 5mm foam. But as I was getting ready to paint it, I noticed that it's missing a little insert for the sides here. But it worked out just fine because I don't really know how I would do this anyway, like ahead of time, if that makes sense. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put it over the foam here, and I'm gonna take a pencil. So I'm gonna try tracing it on the outside.
That feels much better. And then I'm gonna kind of trace out.
I'm gonna try cutting that out and see how that looks. So this is what it looks like right now. I'm not sure if you could tell, but it kind of puckers out a little bit. So I'm just gonna sand the sides just a little bit. I'm not quite sure what I did wrong, but this side is a lot bigger than this side, but it's okay. We're gonna press on forward. And I did a couple of experiment cuts here on some like scrap foam to see how this ribbon would fit best through what size hole, and I wound up liking this little rectangle the best. So I'm just gonna kind of mark out, since they're different sizes, like where the center is with a pencil, a little line, and then I'm just gonna cut out this size hole with a scalpel. So when I pulled up some Nezuko references, I realized that I was missing these little bamboo details here. I wound up working on this on live. Let me know if that was annoying that you guys did not get to see me work on it as part of the video, because I do want to try to just craft more on live, just because, you know, sometimes, I don't know, I feel like, let me know, I guess. Let me know what you would have rather seen me do. But anyway, I just wanted to quickly show that I did use the 5mm foam as well. And the width of the 5mm foam is what I used as far as like for the width on the details. And as you can see here, I just did a bunch of different like sizes. I wound up like freehanding that. I just wanted it to be raised up a little bit. As you can see, they're kind of all they're not symmetrical. So yeah, so now I'm just gonna sand the sides to curve it down, make them curvy. I can't talk today, I don't know why. I'm gonna use a Dremel. If you don't have a Dremel, RIP, you have to do it by hand. I've had to do that before. I just wanted to show you guys real quick. This is the side that I have heat sealed after sanding the edges, and this one I have not heat sealed, so I'm just gonna do that. And I just realized I have not done this side completely. Cool, cool. So I'm just gonna go do that. Okay, so there were a few things that I did not go over or get vlogged, I guess, on the completion of my Nezuko muzzle. So again, let me know if that was annoying, but I did have a lot of fun with you guys that did join my live when I was painting this guy, and I really appreciate you guys letting me know to add shading to it, because I think that it just made it look so nice with the shading. And I always feel when I go to paint it and before I add shading, I'm always like scared that the shading's gonna mess it up. And yeah, thank you guys for just, you know, helping me push through and just trying it anyway. But yeah, so the first thing that I wanted to say is for the ribbon, I wound up using this, I'm pretty sure I got this at Hobby Lobby, but the brand is the Ribbon Boutique, and it's the silky double face satin, and it's the 2-inch. It's the 2-inch ribbon. So if you're wanting to know like the exact size that I used for the ribbon part, that's what I use. To paint this, I use the Angelus brand paints. I really love this paint with foam. I actually did not wind up priming this at all, and there's been a few things that I have done with foam and Angelus paint without priming, and it just always like works so well. Like even with priming, this is my favorite paint to use with foam. But I just wanted to throw it out there that if you find this a bit too pricey, especially if like you're not purchasing online, I know at Joann's it's like super expensive there, you could still use regular acrylic paint. I've used that in the past. You might just have to kind of keep an eye out for, you know, paints that are more opaque and stuff like that. But anyway, I painted it with that, and then I took some of this Black Angelus paint and I mixed in water with it, and I just kind of like ran it through the sides here just to add a little bit of shading, and then I was wiping it off with a paper towel. If you joined my live, you know that that was kind of chaotic because I just never knew, you know, I never knew whether to add too much or too little. So I appreciate your feedback again on letting me know just how much or how little to do there, because I think it turned out great with you guys' help. And I didn't do any shading to this side because I just didn't want to on the yellow part. And then the last thing I did was I just added a slight bit of highlight to the center of these here, just to make them pop a little bit more. I just added a little bit of yellow to the green that I used, just to, again, add a highlight. And then the last thing I did, which looks very ugly, but nobody's gonna be able to see that, you know, when you have it on, because the purpose of it, at least for me, my lips kind of, or my face kind of goes out like this, so I wanted it to like not be kind of, you know, having resistance. So I made this little hole. I just literally, after I painted, I'm pretty sure after I painted it, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure after I painted it, I just took the scalpel. I can't think of the word, but I just took like a blade and I made this little hole in it. Yes, it was after I painted it. It was after I painted it, because I was gonna say the advantage of adding the little hole in here as well is that you could feed the ribbon through a lot easier. Originally I was not expecting to have this hole, and I was just gonna put tape around the end of this, and I don't know how I thought that I was gonna feed it through to the other side, but luckily this just worked out so well. And then the last thing that I did not show is that I took a lighter and I just quickly passed it on the ends of the ribbon, because that's going to help your ribbon from fraying. It's just going to stay perfectly perfect sharp end. And then as far as the length of this, let me measure it real quick. Okay, so it measures out to be around 49 inches long, and I just prefer to have the longer ribbon, just that way. When I did wear it, or if I ever wear it again, I like to put it behind my ear so it has that to like kind of hang on to, and then also just to make it easier to tie, I just prefer to have a longer length, but you know, that's just my advice, I guess, or my comfortability with it. Just lastly, I wanted to say, I really didn't like how I looked in the cosplay, which really sucks. I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. Like, I'm kind of thinking about selling it. I just don't know I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I think I could also like just use it for live streams and just maybe hang out with you guys in it. Cuz I don't know why like on live streams I feel like I don't it doesn't have to be as like perfect looking, but I just don't feel like the best. I think the wig is what is the bottom line, what I hate the most. But I just don't like showing my forehead like that in general. So I really don't want to like spend more money on like another wig and then me not like it anyway. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any ideas of what I could do like in the Nezuko cosplay before I get rid of it or what have you, let me know. Again, please tag me if you guys wind up making the muzzle. If there's any other kind of cosplay related videos that you guys would like to see from me, please let me know because I would love to just get back into the swing of just grinding on cosplay stuff. Thank you guys again for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!